This is W-AXL 100.7 FM. This is your host, Quinn
Recording this now. Quinn always believed that the news should be true. That the news shouldn't feed on lies. It should keep the people informed. Others disagree and believe that the news and truth should be separate. It is because of this that Quinn was silenced. I will continue to broadcast his words, what's left of them, as well as Robert's. The people deserve to know the truth, no matter what it is, no matter what the cost. Rest well, Quinn. The wicked shall flee in sight of the righteous.
Welcome to the Right Block. I'm your host, Robert Edwards. I have many times tried to make this shoot with a eulogy to my friend Quinn, who passed away yesterday. I was never able to write one without the stabbing feeling that he would like me to immediately report the news for the good of the common citizen on the island, rather than aggrandize himself. So I'll be starting off the show with a warning, both to the innocent members of the islands and the cult. And there's a cult out there who worship the moon. Their current motivation is unknown, though the underpinning of their ideology relies on anti-governmental anarchism. Yesterday, they launched a massive assassination campaign against the world. They are actively attempting to destabilize the world as we know it. I have names and faces of many members of this cult, the evidence of which will be revealed later, but it is now important for you to know your enemy before everything else. One of these cult members, I regret to inform you, was under my nose the whole time. It was one of my fellow radio broadcasters by the name of Novi. And I know you're listening to this, Novi, you sly fuck. I'm coming after you. Another one is Koala Bacon, a pine crester. If you see either of these people near your leadership, do not ask questions and do not freak out. Kill them immediately. It is to be believed that their preferred way of killing is via lava bucket. Craft yourself a bucket of water immediately. I have been on the hot tail of this cult for several days, attempting to build up my information network and learn everything I can. And now let's get into the news. I said on last night's show I was investigating a cult, and I had the cause and effect of the cult and its relation to Crit inverted. In fact, I went on a tour to the Crit bunker to warn them of this infiltration and what I believe to be the cult's plans. I needed to know if the cult's corruption ran deep within Crit, so I went and I told them plainly. If they killed me, then my co-host Turbo would know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the Crit leadership were in on the cult. Much to my surprise, they already knew a little about it. In fact, they told me they were going to bring it up in the meeting right after we met. The man I told this to, Sid Locks, was the head of the research team. Later that day, he was murdered in cold blood, most probably during that meeting. I do not know what was said, but I assume that the members of Crit leadership that were in on the plot realized Sid Locks was getting too close to the truth and killed him. I will get more information on this event by the next episode. I will now play a clip of a warning that I gave to Sid Locks during the tour.
And then off to the left is all of our meeting rooms.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
So I did make a retraction about Crit worshipping radiation. You guys need like an internal review or something.
What?
Okay, so.
Mm-hmm.
So there is, rather than you guys, starting a radiation cult, it's the other way around. There's a cult who are actively trying to kill people and upset the waste who are worshipping radiation inside of Crit. You guys need like
oh my goodness,
an internal review or something. The reason why they sounded confused at the end of the clip, even though they did know, was because I was whispering and they were not. When I came back from Crit Base, hell broke loose. My co-host Quinn was assassinated. How do I know it was an assassination? I'll put it simply. In the previous day's episode, I met with Sid Locks and interviewed him. I will in a moment play clips of Novi attempting to take Quinn out for a private conversation. Each time he came back, he was more and more rattled. He told me he had a lead on a private group and that he was going to investigate and meet up with them. The very next day, which was yesterday for us, when the meeting should have taken place, he was murdered with a bucket of lava. And I want you to remember that method of killing. Lava. And then after Quinn's death, Turbo ran into Koala Bacon, who was looking for something inside of our base. I believe I know what he was looking for, though I'll bite my tongue for now. Turbo noticed Koala was off and started questioning him. I'll now play that clip.
Alright, I have to go to a wedding in Pinecrest now, so let's hope I don't die. Stay safe. If my suggestion is honestly carry a water bucket with you. Yeah, I have lava and water on me. Just wondering, where'd you get the lava? Praise the moon.
Praise the moon, he said, a similar phrase that you will hear echo throughout tonight. Later that day, multiple people were assassinated with swords echoing the same phrase. Later in the day, I had a meeting with a group that split off with a crit known as Foresight, not to be confused with Forsaken, who I will comment on later in this broadcast. I ended up joining this group of people. Wheelwright is no longer safe for us, and I've evaluated that Foresight is the only group untainted by the infiltration of the Moon Cult. I spiraled, looking for any evidence and clues I could find. I found a video posted on Pinecrest intranet, which I will later post. This video is cryptic. I will expect that you watch it yourself, so I will cut to the chase. The title of this video was encrypted in base 64 in the description in ROT 13. The title was a link to a website called the quote-unquote Forsaken, which I will also largely expect for you to read to yourself. The page's only photo was an eye, and in that eye was the reflection of the moon. If you click on this eye, it brings you to a new part of the page. There's an image that says, quote, "I am the sword, I am not the sword, then who am I?" End quote. The sword being reference to the sword that killed plenty of people yesterday. Next, that is the text, quote, "Unforeseen is a religious group formed by multiple individuals with the end goal of achieving complete independence from society guided by the moon of the promised end. Governments are merely futile shackles keeping us prisoner. In order to find freedom, we must flee. In the silent ruins of a scorched world we rose. Gathered beneath a broken sky, we believe our moon's pale glow is the last divine heartbeat of creation. Each night we waited, praying not for salvation, but for the moon to finally speak." Next to that is a picture of a painting. The painting's title is Through Cataclysm, which is a painting depicting Satan's fall from heaven. Under that is a hyperlink with the word Selene, Selene being the Greek goddess of the moon. Below that is the paragraph, quote, "The Selene is a holy set of books given to the prophet by the moon. By following its teachings, you can find the truth of the universe, the ultimate meaning of our existence, and get a glimpse of the delicate universe the moon holds together for us. Everything else was set ablaze with the downfall of humanity. Yet, its words remained intact, protected by the pale moonlight. Copies are scattered around, reaching only those worthy of reading and capable of understanding. Many will resent you for your beliefs. In these moments, you might find yourself surrounded by non-believers attempting to intimidate you. They don't understand. They will never understand, and you don't have to owe them anything. Refuse responding to questions. Remember what the moon has taught you. Resist, flee, run as fast as you can and scream. Make sure you're being seen. Fighting should only be used in the most desperate situations." End quote. This is a recipe for religious martyrdom. They expect to fight you. They expect to die. So basically, right, to get back on topic, basically they have this sort of holy book they found and that they adhere to. And they will attempt to flee, kill themselves, and lie to make sure you're shaken off of their tail. After you click on the hyperlink, it brings you to a page titled Iapetus 1. Iapetus is a Greek god and the name of the moon orbiting Saturn. In Greek mythology, he is also depicted as the offspring of Saturn, who is the sky, and Gaia, who is the earth. Remember that. Beneath it says, "All things arise from union, and the moon and the earth are the first testament." And now I'm going to give you some preliminary context for these pages you're about to read. Theia is a titan in Greek mythology who is also created by Saturn and Gaia, and is the name in real life is the name of the hypothetical planet that smashed into Proto-Earth which put Earth into its current orbit around the Sun and made the Moon. In Greek mythos, she's the mother of Selene, who is the Moon. Then it brings you to the pages, presumably out of its holy book, saying, quote, "In the first breath of the void, before the continents existed or the waters filled every crevice, moved a wandering body called Theia. It traced a lonely course through the dark, a planet of stone and fire carrying the memory of forged light. And then there was the earth, a glove, molten and becoming, wrapped in heat and raw music of accreation. Rocks clung, gases sighed, and the young orb spun slow and fierce, gathering the small and bright into itself. For a long span the two moved their courses, each world of weights and motion, each a planet with its own speed and arc. Between them arose an inexorable pull, not a word, but a law of attraction written into the bones of matter. Mass called to mass, trajectories whispered, velocities bent. This ancient pull threaded them together, not as persons meet, but as bodies respond to gravity's decree. When paths came close, when orbits brushed together like two rivers meeting under the same moonless sky, the balance faltered. Centuries of motion condensed into a single magical moment. The impact was not an argument, but a forging of a collision of matter. The earth was moon-kissed for the first time. It was faithful blessing. Rock flew outwards, vapors arose, a ring of fire and dust unveiled upon the newborn bodies. From that convulsion, a veil of debris spun outward, an incandescent rite of shared substance. The immediate aftermath spun into creation, a halo of fragments, a shroud of ash and molten rock, a cloud that covered the earth in a patient protection while it managed its own procession. The moon rose from the sacred work of time. It took to the shape of shared matter, a composite of its past form and earth's weight, set apart to wheel in a faithful circuit. The moon was not a being of breath, but an artifact of union. The newly formed body traced the path written by momentum and mass. The pair now moved in the I'm sorry. This is probably one of the hardest manifestos I've ever had to read. There's so many grammatical errors and misspellings here that I just can't. It's hard to verbalize. How do you follow this? How do you read this and you're like, yeah, this is the people. These are the right ones. I'm sorry. I'm going to get back to it. I'm sorry. The pair now moved in unison, a duet inscribed in space and time. The Earth's axis found a new tilt. The sky acquired a new companion. The seas answered to the change. The first marriage, two orbs locked into eternal relation. In the language of orbit, the moon carved the first calendar into seas and stones. Water rose where pull became law. Coasts learned the art of retreat and return. The planet's day and the moon's course came to weave a sacred dance, the first cycles of time. Their bond is literal and holy. Gravity is a sacrament, momentum is a covenant. The moon's pale presence scattered, softer light during the darker hours. All the things upon the earth, oceans, rocks, sediments, all fell the subtle hand of the moon. The land cooled. Theia ceased to be only a passing flame. Its essence was woven into the fabric of life, moons, and on earth. Dear followers, know then this: the moon is forever drawn and connected to the earth, not by whim but by immutable account of mass and motion. That connection is the world's first law. The moon sustains the rhythm that makes time sensible. The earth supplies the anchor that grants the moon a path. From the first breath to the present turning, the two continue to shape one another. The night that bears silver light, the ocean that swells with pulling tides, your existence, all are signatures of this relation. Let the people of Earth look upward and see their savor." End quote. Let me paint a vivid picture for you. Koala worships the moon, the god of this cult. People are assassinated by the cult with lava. Quinn was murdered by lava, and Novi set him up for it. Quinn couldn't have gone down without a fight. So aside from Koala and Novi, who were accounted for during the time of the killing, there must have been at least 2 or more members of the cult during this interview. I think it's very difficult for the average person to believe that 4 people could have so much sway over matters. And I think it's difficult to believe too. There's definitely more. I know there's more. But at the same time, you also have to kind of realize that all these people are in important positions and they don't have any repercussions to their killings. They can just assassinate whoever they want, pull whatever strings they want, and that's exactly what they did to Crit. I'd like to be clear. Everything, from the thievery from Crit to the false flag, to the wipeout of Crit's intelligence team, to the attacks on Crit base, and probably soon to be the attacks on Wheelwright and Pinecrest, realistically, have all been orchestrated by these people in a surgical strike. These people worship the moon and its creation and its unison with Earth, though at the same time they use imagery from the Christian religion, which was a religion that was very widely worshipped before we all went to vaults. Specifically, these imageries of Satan and his fall. In Christian belief, they believed these Greek gods were actually demons, and they were attempting to deceive humanity at the behest of Satan. I think that these people think Satan is good, and his rebellion was the first action that caused freedom from hierarchy, and that his fall from heaven was not a punishment. I want to be clear, these people are not exactly Satanists per se, rather than anti-creationists. I'm of the persuasion that they believe that this to be some sort of facet, which is why I got those reports of Crit worshipping radiation. They weren't worshipping the radiation, rather they were worshipping the demons that came out of the radiation. And this cult used Crit as a shield to hide themselves as they did all these bad things. So to those of you out there who are afraid, be not afraid. There is a group, the Foreseen, not to be confused with the Forsaken Cult, who is a splinter from Crit. These are honest and good people, and they wish to see the revenge for the evil perpetrated against their members and organization by the subversive cult. Nothing will stop 100.7's triumphant march to avenge Quint. We have a plan of action to vanquish this cult, one that will continue in spite of its leadership decapitation strategy. We have already made this plan actionable. If you are repulsed by the cult and wish to take action, or if you have any information, please, seek me out. Do not act rashly. There isn't that many of them. Descending into panic is what they want. Do not act on rumor alone. Take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them. This is an ancient quote, way before we made it back into the bunkers. And I'd like you to internalize it. And to the members of the cult who are watching, and I know you're watching, I have to tell you this. I am watching you. I never sleep. And that's been 100.7, your standard for journalistic integrity.
Oh, hey, hold on. We've got a couple song suggestions sent in. This one is from Catbird, a listener in Pinecrest. They attached a dedication to it as well. Let's see. For Sir Wren, I'm sorry that we never got to explore this wasteland together. I'm sorry for your loss.
Sky is blue, the sun shines everywhere. Breeze is blowing, messing up your hair. The palace Versailles is nice, but if I am honest, I feel just fine on this bench with you and me and you. Something sweet, something new, fresh and clean, like the beginning. Bluebirds sing your tune from the lilacs in bloom. Walk around the city in the light. Talk about whatever's in our minds. I admit some surprise and delight. Fascinated by you, I feel lucky to get time with you and me and you. Something sweet, something new, fresh and clean, like the beginning. Bluebirds sing your tune from the lilacs in bloom. You fly up to me like a bluebird.
Cynthia, the editor of a newspaper in Wheelwright, whose name I cannot pronounce. Thank you for listening and writing in.
Sudden fear has left me trembling, 'cause now it seems that I am out here on my own, and I'm feeling so alone. But to turn to the crack streets and the broken homes, some call it slums, some call it nights. I wanna take you through a wasteland I like to call my own. Welcome to paradise. A gunshot rings out at the station. Another urchin snaps and left dead on his own. It makes me wonder why I'm still here. But some strange dreams and it's now feeling like my home, and I'm never gonna go. Welcome to paradise. Welcome to paradise.
Hey, this is Turbo with Nightwatch. I can't take long. Shit. Listen, this last song was one of Quinn's favorites. I figured since, fuck. We'll all be together again. Someday soon.
Someday soon you'll be on fire, and you'll ask me for a glass of water, and I say no. You can just let that shit burn, and you'll say please, please, please put me out. I promise not to do it again, whatever I did to you. Please, please, please.
Okay, we're good. Hey, it's me again. Do you ever wonder if there's any point to any of this? That we're actually meaning something? Because I'm starting to question the meaning of everything, and the more death that rolls around, the more hatred that I see in people's hearts, the more reluctance to be who they want to be who they are. I feel it. I feel it changing a part of me in a way that I never thought I would ever change, and I just hope that this is the one tape that no one hears. I don't know who I can turn to, who I can talk to about this. I have my saviors, I have my friends, but there's just this feeling of a divide, but it's there, but it's not there. But I don't know how to describe it. I want us to feel like us again before all of this, before the bombs, before everything. I hope that we can stay together, and that something new, something good happens. Because there's been so much bad. There's been so much death. Like I can't take it anymore. I don't know. I don't know who to turn to. I don't know what to do. I tried to talk to my piano. I tried to talk to my guitar. Talk to my imagination, confided into alcohol. I tried and tried some more. Told secrets till my voice was sore. Tired of empty conversation, 'cause no one hears me anymore. 100 million stories and 100 million songs. I feel stupid when I sing. Nobody's listening to me. Nobody's listening. I talk to shooting stars, but they always get it wrong. I feel stupid when I pray. So why am I praying anyway? If nobody's listening, anyone, please send me anyone. Lord, is there anyone? I need someone. Oh, anyone, please send me anyone. Lord, is there anyone? I need someone. I used to crave the world's attention. I think I cried too many times. I just need some more affection. Anything to get me by. 100 million stories and 100 million songs. I feel stupid when I sing. Nobody's listening to me. Nobody's listening. I talk to shooting stars, but they always get it wrong. I feel stupid when I pray. Why the fuck am I praying anyway? If nobody's listening, anyone, please send me anyone. Lord, is there anyone? I need someone. Anyone, please send me anyone. Lord, is there anyone? I need someone. Anyone, I need anyone. Anyone, I need someone. 100 million stories and 100 million songs. I feel stupid when I sing. Nobody's listening to me.